All right, welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're going to be looking at AI image generation.
Okay.
And specifically, two tools, Perchance AI and IMGCreator AI.
Right.
And you sent us a really interesting article comparing them. And it seems like these tools take pretty different approaches.
Yeah.
One is totally free, and the other one has all these like advanced editing features. So it'll be really interesting to see, which one might be the right fit for you for your particular needs and creative goals.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how these AI image generation tools are really diversifying.
Right.
I mean, we're moving beyond just like creating realistic pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I think these tools kind of highlight how versatile AI is and how it can be used for, all sorts of creative tasks.
So let's start with Perchance AI. From what I'm reading, it's kind of more than just an image generator. It's almost like a digital brainstorming buddy, Yeah. They can kind of help you explore ideas in a unique way. Like, imagine you're a game developer and you're stuck on a new character design.
Okay.
Perchance could help you break free by generating, dozens of unique descriptions. And that could give you a springboard for your imagination.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It really can create text descriptions, simple graphics.
Right.
Even game elements.
Yeah.
And it does all this through its random generation engine.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's totally free, even for commercial use, makes it so accessible for really anyone who wants to experiment with AI-powered creativity.
It's amazing that it's totally free.
Yeah.
The article mentions that it uses plugins and algorithms to create these random outputs. And now I'm curious, what kind of algorithms are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Is this similar to what powers, those hyper-realistic image generators?
It is a little different.
Okay.
So Perchance relies on this combination of like probability and user-defined inputs to create the outputs.
Yeah.
So it's less about photorealism and more about exploring different possibilities.
Okay.
So think of it more as a tool for generating ideas rather than like polished final products.
So it's more about sparking that initial creative spark than producing high-fidelity images.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then what about IMGCreator.ai?
Okay.
The article positions that as, more of a professional tool with a focus on creating realistic images.
Yeah, exactly. IMGCreator.ai is all about generating those high-quality, visually stunning images that could be used for professional purposes, marketing materials, website visuals, even artwork for print.
Okay.
And it achieves this through a different type of AI algorithm known as a generative adversarial network, or GAN.
Okay, GANs. We hear that term a lot in the world of AI.
Yeah.
Could you break down what makes them so special for image generation?
Sure.
Okay.
So essentially, GANs consist of two neural networks, and they work in tandem.
Right.
One network generates the images.
Okay.
While the other one acts as like a discriminator, so it's constantly evaluating.
Wow.
Critiquing the generated images.
Okay.
And this back and forth process pushes both networks to improve.
Okay.
And that results in images that are increasingly more realistic.
So it's like having a built-in art critic that helps the AI refine its skills.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And this is what allows IMGCreator.ai to produce those professional-grade visuals.
Exactly. Yeah. Plus, it offers a bunch of advanced editing features.
Oh, cool.
So think text-to-image conversion.
Okay.
Where you just type in a description, and it'll generate an image.
Wow.
Based on what you wrote, image-to-image editing.
Right.
Where you upload an image and modify it using AI.
Okay.
And there's even features for customizing backgrounds.
Okay.
And fine-tuning details.
Cool.
So it's a really powerful tool for anyone who wants to really take their visual creations to the next level.
So I'm starting to see how these two tools serve really different purposes.
Yeah.
Perchance is your brainstorming buddy.
Right.
It's helping you generate diverse and novel concepts, while IMGCreator AI is the powerhouse for crafting those polished, professional-grade visuals.
Yeah.
But how do they compare when it comes to, user experience?
Yeah.
Is one easier to use than the other?
That's where we see some pretty interesting distinctions.
Okay.
So Perchance AI keeps things pretty simple and straightforward.
Okay.
It's incredibly user-friendly.
Right.
Even for beginners who are just starting to, explore AI image generation.
So it's a great entry point for anyone who is curious about this technology,
but
maybe doesn't want to get bogged down with complex interfaces or technical jargon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But for professionals who are used to more sophisticated tools, Perchance might feel a little bit limited.
Yeah, okay.
IMGCreator.ai, on the other hand, caters to a more experienced user base.
Okay.
It's got a more refined user interface.
Okay.
It's got features like batch processing, where you can generate multiple images at once.
Okay.
And it gives you access to premium filters and effects.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like IMGCreator.ai is geared towards users who are working on larger projects or need those finer controls for detailed image editing.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of value, how do these tools compare when it comes to cost?
Right.
We know Perchance is free, which is incredible.
Yeah.
But what about IMGCreator.ai?
So IMGCreator.ai uses a tiered pricing model.
Okay.
Their plans start at like $5.90 per month.
Okay.
And higher tiers unlock more features,
okay,
more credits for generating images,
right,
and even higher resolution outputs.
Okay.
Now, it may lack a free trial,
okay,
but the pricing is actually quite competitive.
Yeah.
Especially considering all the advanced functionality and the quality of the images it produces.
So you're saying that even though it's a paid service, it still offers a lot of bang for your buck.
Definitely.
Especially if you're using it for those professional purposes.
Right.
Now, I am curious, though. The article does mention some key differences in their approach to things like credits and refunds.
Okay.
Could you shed some light on that?
Sure. One of the biggest differences is the credit system.
Okay.
So, Perchance being totally free doesn't use any credits.
Okay.
You can generate as many images as you want.
Wow.
No limitations.
Okay.
IMGCreator.ai, on the other hand, operates on a credit system.
Okay.
Where you get a certain number of credits per month.
Right.
Based on your subscription tier.
Okay.
And each image generation consumes a certain number of credits.
Yeah, okay.
And if you run out, you'll need to either purchase more or upgrade your plan.
That's a key distinction for users to keep in mind.
Definitely.
All about weighing, the cost versus the features and usage limits. Okay. And what about the refund policy?
Another big difference.
Okay.
So, Perchance, being a free tool, doesn't have a refund policy.
Okay.
IMGCreator.ai has a strict no refund policy.
Oh, wow.
So once you purchase a subscription or credits, there are no refunds.
Okay.
Even if you're unhappy with the service.
So that's definitely something potential users should consider before committing to a paid plan.
Right.
It seems like IMGCreator.ai is pretty confident in their product.
Yeah.
But that lack of flexibility might be a deal breaker for some.
It's definitely a trade-off.
Yeah.
You're getting access to a really powerful tool with a bunch of advanced features, but you're also taking on more risk.
Yeah.
It's all about finding the right balance for you,
for
your needs and budget.
All right, so we've covered the basics. Perchance AI is the free, user-friendly option for creative exploration, while IMGCreator.ai is the more professional, feature-rich tool for generating those high-quality visuals.
Exactly.
But the article also dives into some user feedback.
Right.
And it looks like there are some mixed reviews, especially for IMGCreator.ai.
Yeah.
So let's dive into those user reviews and see what people are saying about their experiences with these platforms.
Sounds good. Let's start with Perchance AI.
Okay, perfect. Let's see what the creative community has to say about this free and versatile tool.
All right. So welcome back to our deep dive into AI image generation. Before the break, we were just about to explore what users have to say about Perchance AI and IMGCreator.ai.
Right. Those user reviews can give us some valuable insights.
Definitely.
So what's the verdict on Perchance AI? Is it living up to its promise as a creative brainstorming tool?
Well, overall, the reception seems to be pretty positive.
Okay.
The article highlights, how many users, especially creatives and writers, praise Perchance's free model and its transparent approach.
Right.
They find it to be a valuable tool for, sparking creativity without any financial commitment.
That makes sense. It's a low-risk way to experiment with AI and see what it can do for your creative process.
Exactly.
But I'm wondering, are there any downsides?
Right.
No tool is perfect, right?
It's true. There are always trade-offs.
Right.
The article does mention a few concerns raised by users, primarily regarding the platform's long-term reliability.
Okay.
Because it is a relatively new tool.
Yeah.
Some users worry about its sustainability.
Right.
And the potential for losing their work if the platform were to shut down.
Well, that's an interesting point. I guess when you're relying on a free service, there's always that element of uncertainty.
Right.
What about the desire for features to download generators? Okay. Could you explain what that means?
Sure. So in Perchance, you create these generators, which are basically sets of rules and parameters that define how the AI generates outputs. Currently, users can't download these generators.
Okay.
Meaning their work is essentially tied to the Perchance platform.
Okay.
Some users would like the option to download their generators so they can use them offline or integrate them into other tools.
I can see how that would be a valuable feature.
Yeah.
Especially for users who are creating complex generators or want more control over their work.
Exactly.
It sounds like a feature that the Perchance developers might want to consider for the future.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so let's shift gears and talk about the user feedback for IMGCreator.a.
Okay.
Is it receiving the same level of praise?
Unfortunately, not quite. The article points to a significant amount of negative feedback surrounding IMGCreator.ai.
Okay.
Particularly related to issues with canceling subscriptions and the responsiveness of their customer support.
Oh, that's not good. What kind of complaints are we talking about here?
So some users report being charged even after attempting to cancel their subscriptions.
Wow.
Which is obviously a frustrating experience.
Right.
Others mention not receiving the monthly credits they paid for, leaving them unable to generate the images they need.
Okay.
And these reports kind of suggest that there might be some issues with their billing and customer support systems.
Those are definitely red flags. Reliability and trustworthy customer service are essential, especially for a paid service.
Right.
Are there any other complaints mentioned in the article?
Yes. Some users have reported technical issues with the platform.
Okay.
You know, they describe it as being slow or buggy at times.
Right.
There are also complaints about the quality of specific features.
Okay.
Like the background changer.
Okay.
Which some users find to be clunky or not as effective as advertised.
So it seems like IMGCreator.ai, while offering some powerful features, might be struggling with some fundamental aspects of the user experience. That lack of polish could be a deal breaker for some.
Yeah.
Especially those who are looking for a seamless and reliable workflow.
I think it's important to acknowledge that these user reviews represent a subset of the overall user base.
Yeah.
It's possible that many satisfied users simply don't leave reviews.
Right.
However, the volume and consistency of these negative reports definitely raise some concerns about IMGCreator.ai's reliability and customer support, which are essential aspects to consider when choosing a paid service.
It's a reminder that a shiny feature set doesn't always translate into a smooth user experience.
Right.
It's a delicate balance.
Definitely.
And it sounds like IMGCreator.ai might have some work to do on that front.
I agree. It'll be interesting to see how they respond to this feedback and address these concerns in future updates.
Before we wrap up this section, I want to touch on something the article briefly mentions, SEO and integration.
Right.
It suggests that Perchance AI doesn't have any SEO features or integrations, which could be a limitation for professionals, but why is that so important? Could you explain why those factors matter in a professional setting?
Of course. So SEO, or search engine optimization, is all about making your content easily discoverable by search engines like Google.
Okay.
For professionals who rely on online visibility, having tools that integrate with SEO workflows can be a huge time saver and help drive traffic to their content. Perchance, AI, being a standalone tool focused on creative generation, doesn't currently offer any SEO features.
So it's less about promoting your creations and more about the initial ideation and brainstorming phase.
Exactly.
That makes sense. What about integrations?
Okay.
Why are those important for professionals?
So integrations allow different tools to work seamlessly together, streamlining workflows and boosting efficiency.
Okay.
Imagine a designer using IMGCreator.ai to generate images. And then being able to directly export those images into their preferred design software without any manual steps. That level of integration can significantly speed up their workflow and make them more productive.
So the lack of SEO features and integrations might not be a big deal for casual users, but it could be a limiting factor for professionals who need those tools to fit into their existing workflows and support their business goals.
It's all about choosing the right tool for the job.
Okay.
And for some professionals, those integrations and SEO capabilities might be essential considerations.
Speaking of choosing the right tool, the article we're deep diving into today also mentions a few alternative AI image generation tools.
Right.
I'm always curious to explore different options. What are some of the alternatives mentioned?
Okay.
And what makes them stand out?
So the article highlights a few interesting alternatives.
Okay.
Each with its unique strengths.
Right.
One that caught my eye is Artbreeder.
Okay.
It's known for its collaborative art creation and this fascinating feature called genetic editing.
Okay.
Where you can blend and modify different images to create new and unique variations.
Genetic editing for images. That sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
It's almost like digital crossbreeding, isn't it?
Right.
Other alternatives are mentioned.
Another one is Starry AI.
Okay.
Which is all about generating art from text prompts.
Okay.
You could literally type in a whimsical dragon flying over a rainbow.
Wow.
And it would attempt to create an image based on that description.
That's amazing. It seems like these AI tools are really pushing the boundaries
of
what's possible in terms of artistic expression.
Yeah.
Are there any other alternatives worth mentioning?
There's Lexica AI, which is more about exploring and discovering AI-generated art.
Okay.
It's a great platform for finding inspiration and seeing what others are creating with these tools.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't forget about Canva AI, which is integrated into the popular Canva design suite. Right. It offers a range of AI-powered features, from generating images to removing backgrounds.
Right.
And even creating presentations, all within a user-friendly interface.
Wow. So many options to explore. It seems like the world of AI image generation is booming.
It is.
With creativity and innovation.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see how these different tools are catering to various needs from, casual creators to seasoned professionals.
Absolutely. And this diversity of options is a good thing.
Definitely.
It means there's likely a tool out there for everyone.
Right.
Regardless of their skill level, budget, or creative goals.
Exactly.
Before we move on to part 3 of this deep dive, where we'll be exploring some potential use cases for these AI image generation tools, are there any final thoughts you'd like to share with our listeners about the user feedback we've discussed?
I think the key takeaway is to approach these tools with a balanced perspective.
Okay.
Recognize their strengths and limitations.
Right.
Read user reviews.
Yeah.
And experiment to find the tool that best aligns with your needs and creative vision.
Oh, okay.
And remember, AI image generation is still a rapidly evolving field.
Right.
We can expect to see new tools, features, and capabilities emerging all the time.
Yeah.
So stay curious, stay creative, and enjoy exploring this exciting world of possibilities.
Excellent advice. Stay tuned for part 3 of this deep dive, where we'll be discussing some specific use cases and exploring how these AI image generation tools can be applied in various fields and creative endeavors.
That was good.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of AI image generation. We've explored the features, the pros and cons, and even heard what users have to say about Perchance AI and IMGCreator.ai. Now let's shift our focus to the future. How might these tools and AI image generation as a whole change the way we create and interact with visuals?
It's fascinating to consider the possibilities. AI image generation is already making waves in various fields.